If you're trying to lose weight because you're concerned about your weight and you're concerned about your health, no matter if it's high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, sleep apnea, or even erectile dysfunction, listen, I understand the shame and the frustration that you may feel. And in this video, I'm going to break down some things that I don't really see trainers talking about a lot. Okay, I see a lot of trainers talking about, hey, just move more, eat less, do more cardio, eat less calories, and it's just so generic. It's so bland, and anybody can say it. Anybody and mom can say that. But what I'm going to give you today are some actionable foods that you can start eating to improve your health, because it's so much more than just calorie intake that you need to pay attention to, especially if you have any of these health concerns like type 2 diabetes. There's also foods like proteins that you absolutely need to pay attention to. That way, you can not only lose weight and shed fat, but you can also improve your health. Things like your blood glucose, your A1C. A lot of people have pre or type 2 diabetes. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. So I'm going to give you a breakdown on different foods that you can eat as far as proteins are concerned, because it's critical. Protein is a macro, it's a macronutrient. You're already more than likely eating it, but you're just not intentional about it, some of you. And so we have proteins, you have fats, and you have carbohydrates. Those are the big three macronutrients. Okay. These are the building blocks of our calories that we typically eat on a daily basis. You can have two people. One person, they just focus on calorie intake. The second person, they focus on their calories and their protein. Person two is going to burn more fat, especially if they eat the same amount of calories, but person two is eating more protein. Person two is going to burn more body fat. Okay, super important. And more than likely, you're going to feel better too. You're going to have way more energy. They're going to have way more physical and mental energy and clarity, because it helps you manage your blood sugar. Okay. And so we're going to talk about it. I'm going to give you this list of different foods, 7 proteins to be exact, to help you build muscle, burn fat, and improve your energy, improve your health. And that way you can lose this weight and keep it off. Okay. So, protein number one, wild caught sockeye salmon. This is a protein packed food. There's like one of the things I talk about with my coaching clients when they join, one of the biggest shifts that help them really see the change all the way through and be able to keep that weight off is they go from just pleasure based focus to value based focus. Okay. And so it's very, very important that you focus on the value that you're getting from the type of foods that you eat. If you notice, after you eat meals and you're tired, you're sluggish, you get brain fog, you want to lay down, that food and maybe even the portions are stealing value away from you. Okay. But when you eat the right types of foods, like my coaching clients, when they start dropping weight, not only do they drop the weight, they feel way better. Like a lot of people always ask me, well, what kind of results can I expect when I join your program? Dude, the results is not just fat loss. Like you're gonna have way more energy quickly. Like within a week, you'll feel better. I have coaching clients who even tell me they sleep better, because a part of health concerns is not being able to sleep as well. If you're overweight, dealing with underlying health concerns and health issues, you won't be able to sleep as good. You have a lot of visceral fat, a lot of belly fat. This can cause things like sleep apnea, which can disturb your sleep. And if your sleep is disturbed, now you're going to be sleep and energy deprived going into your week or into your day. And imagine if you have a demanding career like most of the professionals that I help, high blood pressure. Attorneys, doctors, nurses, people who have tech careers. This requires like a lot of mental energy, guys, not physical. It's like mental. And just being exhausted mentally can burn you out physically. And so it's not so much about you being busy as it is about the type of foods that you eat. It's a nutrition problem that you're having. Okay. And so, what up, guys? I see y'all commenting down there. Appreciate it. And so that's sockeye salmon is super important. Like a lot of people say, well, oh, it's kind of expensive. Listen, y'all out here buying these expensive watches, these expensive cars, the Bentleys, the Corvettes. The ladies out here buying these $1,000, $2,000 purses, $5,000 purse. You better buy you some sockeye salmon. Because here's the thing: you can swap out a car, but you can't swap out your body. You only get one. Once it break down, it break down. Start falling apart. You got to start building that thing back up, and hopefully, God gives you the grace to be able to do that. Because not everybody has that opportunity. Some people they have a stroke, and that's it. It don't. It's never the same again. Like I'm not just talking about these health concerns from like theory. Like I grew up in a family where people we used to eat soul food all the time. People had strokes from high blood pressure, just eating whatever they want to eat. We eating soul food every day. We eating smothered pork chops, fried pork chops every day, and green beans and greens and cornbread with macaroni and cheese, and Kool-Aid was the big thing back in the days. Like the modern day Kool-Aid is simply lemonade now. And it's like, yes, they're gonna go from high blood pressure to strokes to heart attacks to things like that. And so it's important to pay attention to the type of foods you eat, no matter your family history. When you have type 2 diabetes, that's not a family history or genetic thing. Type 2 diabetes is a lifestyle and nutrition thing, not a family history thing. All right, super important. Um, and so sockeye salmon is number one. Packed with protein, also has omega 3s, going to help with inflammation, help you think sharply, help you stay full for longer. Number two, and number two is kind of like two parted. You have eggs and you have egg whites. And the reason I'm giving you guys both is because eggs, let's say you have like hypertension or high blood pressure, you really have to pay attention to how much fat that you eat. And you can actually eat eggs, but you just have to be mindful with your portions. Okay. And it also has protein in it. But on the other end, you have egg whites. All right. You have egg whites. Um, some of y'all got some hilarious comments. What is going on down there? But anyway, egg whites packed with protein. You're not going to have to worry about the fats. Okay. And so be sure to pay attention to your portions. Like, although I'm giving you these proteins to eat, which will help you enhance your results, get faster results with fat loss, you also have to be mindful of your calorie intake. It's the only way you guys know your portions. I get tons of people who are always like, "Yeah, I'm gonna lose the weight. I just gotta focus on my portions." And then I ask them, I say, "Well, how much calories are you eating on a daily basis?" And they don't know. Like if you don't know your calorie intake, you're not gonna know your portions. And so you have to know your calorie intake. This is just like knowing how much you're making versus how much you're spending. If you don't know this, what happens? You go eventually be living outside in a cardboard box up underneath a bridge somewhere because you're not managing your income. And so you have to manage your calories the same way. Otherwise, you're going to gain weight. And then over time, chronically, you develop health concerns because of all that excess weight gain. Okay. Justin, that's really good. Using MyFitnessPal. That's very good. That's something that I recommend for my coaching clients. So you are thinking in the right direction. Number three, I'm about to speed this up because I don't want these videos to be super long, like 10, 15 minutes max. Cottage cheese. Now, I don't know nobody that eat cottage cheese just by itself. I know I can't. I think you have to be a certain kind of crazy just to eat cottage cheese by itself. But cottage cheese mixed with something like, maybe some egg whites, got to put a little bit of salt, pepper on there, season it up some kind of way. And you're going to get a ton of protein, guys. Tons of protein. And so that way you can burn fat, build muscle, and not have to worry about these sugar spikes, insulin spikes, to where you feel tired and have the itis. Okay? So that's cottage cheese. Number four, protein yogurt. I get a lot of people who reach out to me who are extremely busy, high performers, high achievers in their career, but they have some underlying health issues like type 2 diabetes and sleep apnea and high blood pressure. And so when I start talking to them about their lifestyle, they're snacking on chips and trail mix and eating fast food every day. Guys, you can't do that, man. If and some of y'all that you're doing wrong, but you're doing it anyway. You got to fix that because it's not going to just magically get better. Most times it gets worse. It just doesn't get worse just like that. Well, at least y'all don't see it. And so a lot of people they're like, well, it don't look that bad on me, but you don't know how it looks, how bad it looks on the inside, because things are changing internally that you can't even see. That's how people end up with type 2 diabetes and hypertension. Okay. And so start eating more protein yogurts, high in protein, has probiotics, prebiotics, things like that to help with your gut health. Okay. Our gut health affects our mental health. And so if you're always tired, feeling sluggish, having brain fog, instead of snacking on chips, trail mix, and crackers, get some yogurt. Okay. You're going to have more energy. Uh, Next one, chicken. This is one of those pillars that I think everybody should eat. You know, if you're not allergic to it, eat some chicken. And I know some people say chicken is boring. No, it ain't boring. Your ass is boring because there's a million and one different ways to cook chicken. You can grill it, bake it, air fry it, saute it. Like you can make sesame chicken. You can do all kind of things with chicken, y'all. You just got to get creative. And so, packed with protein, barely any carbs, if any, and very low fats also. Going to help you build muscle, burn fat. Number six is one of my personal favorites. I don't eat it as much as I used to, but whenever I do eat it, it helps me feel so full. Like I feel like really good, really dense, with like muscle. Is New York strip steak. Packed with protein. It does have fat in it now. Like any red meat protein does have fat in it, but it's a much leaner cut than a steak like ribeye. And so New York strip steak. And what I've noticed when I eat New York strip steak, like man, I really don't need to eat that many meals because it's so filling. Like when you eat foods that give you value that are dense with nutrients, they're actually low in calories. Even though the nutrients is high, the calories are low, and so it just keeps you full and satisfied for longer. The people who tend to eat a lot of fast food and processed food and are just eating throughout the whole day, they're eating a lot of empty calories and they find themselves gaining weight and being hungry all day. The food is empty. And so you don't have like it's not dense with nutrients that your body actually wants, that your body is craving for. All right. And so very important. Um, then the last thing is whey protein. Whey protein. If you're a busy professional like myself and you're not always in a position to eat an actual meal, if like sometimes you're like, man, I just want to get right to work when I wake up. I don't have time to be cooking no meal. I don't have time. That doesn't mean you need to skip that meal though. Instead, you could do a whey protein shake and eat some healthy fats or some fiber with it. You can do some walnuts, cashews, or almonds for some healthy fats, or you can do some type of fruit to give you some fiber. And then even those foods like walnuts, they have a little bit of fiber in it also. And so that's going to help with your gut health and regulating your blood sugar for those who have type 2 diabetes. Okay. And so, man, this is like dense with value in this video. God, dog. Like, hopefully, y'all found this helpful. These are the types of foods you want to start eating, types of proteins you can start eating to burn fat while also improving your health at the same time. Because there's plenty of people out here that just, oh, I'm just going to be in a calorie deficit, but they're eating the wrong foods while they're in that deficit and they still have health concerns. They still have type 2 diabetes. You don't have to be morbidly obese to have type 2 diabetes. You don't have to be morbidly obese to have high cholesterol or high blood pressure. It's not just the quantity of foods that you eat. It's also the quality of the foods that you eat. And one of the most important types of foods to eat is protein. That I just shared with you guys today. All right. Hopefully y'all found this helpful. With that said, if you would like help from me, where I can remove the guesswork for you, you don't have to think about what you need to eat, how much you need to eat, portions you need to eat, what you need to do in the gym. I got you. These are things I do for my coaching clients. Okay. We do something called lifestyle based training and flexible nutrition. So I show you how to eat foods you prefer, but you have structure. I show you how to train in the gym in a way where it doesn't like take up all your time. You're not in the gym all day. You know what I'm saying? And so, if that's something that interests you, I'll drop a link down in the description below and you can learn more about coaching. All right. Yeah. Peace.